Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, whenever you get to see this. Whoops! I got a little bit of a landslide going on behind me because I have a lot of things I need to film today. And I really don't like how I have this set. You're still kind of, I don't know, not level. I guess this will work. Let me look and see how the camera is looking. I guess you're okay. Okay. You're going to have this glare for just a moment. We're going to open this box. I have it the wrong way, of course. So you're getting to see what I've chosen my June box to look like. I wanted to open this. We'll do a little project right now. And then I'm going to go back to my May box because I did not get to do a whole lot with it. We're just going to do a simple project today with this. I'm going to go back to my May box, do a little bit with it, get a couple things filmed. I do have a vendor event the 21st, I believe it is. Providing it stops raining here in Missouri long enough to do something. So, my thoughts behind the month of June is we are talking about watermelons and campfires, and people are starting to gather, and the lemonade, the pink lemonade, the regular lemonade, the iced teas, and it's that time of the year. All that stuff is starting to happen. So you see me unbox some of this, and then I've drawn from others, and I may go get some more yellow beads that I have in my stash also to add as I go along. It won't be just limited to what I pulled out here. And of course, there's going to be beads left over that I'm going to put back into my boxes, but this is what I pulled out. So of course, I got some of the marble, the pink beads that came in, I believe it just came in the new box, I believe. They were perfect for pink lemonade. They're screaming pink lemonade. I had to have them. I also had these 3 beads left from, gosh, I don't even know where. And I was like, yep, strawberry slushy. I just wanted to have them. This is starting to irritate me, but I had these left over. Guys, look at that. Yep, lemonade all the way. Plus, I pulled in these, the 4mm. Yep, I mean, I've been drinking lemonade, and you know, all that goodness. I also pulled in the Czech press glass fossil shells, just because I thought they were lovely, thought they would be a great addition. I grabbed some Czech press glass flowers, that color, plus I grabbed these. They were also from the May box. I couldn't resist. They were the wild rose flower beads. Yes, we're going to have some flowers. And then the deliciousness of this strand. Guys, I couldn't believe how well the May box fell right into my June box. And I was like, this is perfect. I didn't need to do any more shopping for my watermelon, lemonade, theme for the month of June. And look at this. So you guys remember me picking these up. And then we had these that came in the kit. That's why I couldn't resist this kit. I had to have it. These are the melon beads, the little petals, the green, the representation of the, he jumped ship. That can't happen. Where did he go? I'm pretty sure one did. I will tell myself that it is fine. I'll find him. And then I pulled these in because I think they're going to be a lovely addition. Along with, I pulled out, so these are the faceted round crystals. peach opal. Oh, they belong in there, I believe. Maybe? I think this came from someplace else. Oh, they belong in there. Sorry, guys. And I pulled in some dragonflies because it's that time of the year. I knew something had jumped ship. And then, of course, you know, more watermelon colors. And then I pulled in some bellflowers. I have the fascinated cats, of course, that I got. Thank you so much, Jody, for showing these. These are actually the watermelon, what they call the watermelon mix. So we're going to make something with the cats. And then I have these beads I've had for quite a while. And I thought, now's the perfect time to throw them in and get them used up. These glass beads with the edging. Beautiful. Time to use them. Throw them right in the mix. And then I have these. They are the red jade quartz. They are dyed. I'm going to throw them in there. And then we have these no, these are not for this. You know, I think they came because those are not 6mm. I think that goes with something else. And ended up in here, but that's okay. I can't remember what these were. But anyways, these are beautiful. I know they were a agate or a glass, but they're beautiful. I wanted them in there. Just that yellow, luscious color. And then I grabbed the pink bicones for the pink lemonade. And of course, some pink quartz. And of course, I showed you these already. Beautiful mix right there. And then more flowers. I grabbed some of these. And then I also grabbed a mix of the gold flowers. These were in one of the, my last bead haul. And then I also have these, which you saw me order. I couldn't resist. They also said that they had the wash on them. And I was like, how perfect are those butterflies? And then I always call these marshmallow beads because they look like marshmallows that have been toasted. So I have a bunch of those. So this is what we're going to work with for the month of June. My watermelon and lemonade mix. So I'm going to put together what I'm going to make today. One quick little project, and then I'm going to set this aside, and the next video would be a video for the month of my May box, which because of all my health things I had going on and doctors, I didn't get a whole lot of time to work on my May picks. So again, this is my June picks, beads that I put together as a box that I love and we're going to work from. So I'm going to pause you, put together what I'm going to work from in this video, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, everyone, I promised you, where are we at? 10 minutes. Okay. This wouldn't be too long of a video, and it's not. We are going to be making either it can be clipped onto a purse. It can be, you can have your keys on it. It's basically a key ring, but also I kind of would like to make another loop where you could also hook this to your Stanley, but I'm afraid if I do too much, it'll be too confusing. So this is just going to be a purse charm. I will make some Stanley cup charms later. Possibly one will be with the butterfly. And it'll be like a series video. It'll be like with a variety of things, not just with this month's Laura's picks. I am using a split jump ring. The reason why I'm using a split ring is because I want a heftier ring up here on here, not just a regular jump ring. Okay, so we're using a split ring to fasten. I am using this heavier 7-strand that I got from Bargain Bead Box a very long time ago. I've got a lot of it. There's a lot on these rolls. And I'm going to use it. And I have out the marbled pink beads. I have out these. I have out the yellow. I have a couple of these and I have some of these. I just have a variety out. I also have, these are lamp work, and I've had them. They were in my haul, and I got all of the Swarovski crystals in, and I thought how pretty. They might work, they may not. If not, I know this one would really fit in nicely, so he's in there. I'm just going to set him aside. We are using gold findings with this, but we are stringing this. So I'm going to start by getting a good hefty, let me see, I don't know if I really want to use brown. What other colors? I'm out of my white, so I'm trying to think what other colors I have of this. Hold on. I changed my mind. We're going to use the red. I'm just going to cut off a good size chunk. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to use, but anything left over gets used on earrings, bracelets, you name it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to work this. This is a bead with me, so, you know, there's that. And I do know I want my flower, or my butterfly, kind of in the middle. I want my flowers, you know, kind of straggled. I do kind of want these little guys together down here. Maybe this yellow crystal. Find the end of that. It's kind of elusive on me. Get some of these off. Get some beads. Get some of these red ones in the mix here. Find where they're fastened. These are so pretty, these little, they make me crave watermelon. It is a fruit that I can eat. I have to buy the seedless and of course make sure I'm not swallowing something I should not be. Kind of like that. And then of course, I do kind of want to bring it down, bring it back up through everything so I know it's sturdy. Yes, I think that's what I want to do. But I think I want this red at the top. I like that. I really do. And he'll be hanging like this. Is he long enough? I think he's long enough. I like it. We didn't even open these. Very nice. I think we'll maybe go with that. I don't like this gold against this, so let's get another little red bead. Let's move that up. Put another red bead right there. Oh, that looks so much better. Let's do that down here also. Much more cohesive. Oh yeah, look at that. I like that better. Okay, let's go with that. So I'm going to make sure my piece is long enough now. Oh, more than long enough. And is this going to work right? Because we're going to come out of this bead, ignore him. So he's going to literally be by himself. I think he'll be fine. I'm not using metal spacer beads other than these because they have a tendency to wear through the wire quicker. So let's just string this. I want to go down. Stringing always tells us for sure how we're going to look. Come on, little dude. I look up to see if I actually remember to press the pause button. So far, every time I do that, I mess everything up. So we had a little excitement Friday. Today is Sunday. Alan come in and said, there's a whole mess of junk, not like trash like somebody threw out their kitchen trash, but junk that basically couldn't be burned in our creek by the road. You know, the creek goes under the road. There's a pond out here, that homemade pond. Maybe someday I'll take you guys down there and let you see what it looks like. I actually saw I don't know if it was a copperhead or a rattlesnake. I believe, I don't know, it could have been either one. It freaked me out, so I don't like to go down there. I was gonna actually keep it cleaned out because it's deep enough to actually swim in. It's kind of private. Good Lord, I'm dropping stuff. But yeah, this person, somebody dropped a whole mess of their trash in this creek. And some of it flowed under the road and made it out into the other side of the creek, which goes to a guy's pasture where his water, you know, goes into this guy's. I really like that. That is so pretty. Yeah, so his cow's water pond. I got down in here and I was laying on the gravel road out here with a long-handled garden rake. So I'm feeding this all the way up through there to try to fish out some of this trash. And there's actually mail and boxes. Where is the other end of you? That had shipping labels. So was I pushing? I was pushing on the wrong one, guys. Yeah, that had shipping labels on it with this person's address and the whole 9 yards. And yeah, there's a rash of people just dumping household trash, furniture, you name it, instead of, you know, and this person lived in a town where this trash could have gone in her trash receptacle, and, you know, they're big cans, and could have been taken away by the trash company. I looked on Facebook and found where she lived was still the same place on the address on the boxes. Between us and the neighbors, we decided it was a job for the police, and yeah, well, she was made to come out and pick up her trash. Look at that. That is so cute. But I ended up down in the creek bed. I have poison ivy between my fingers because I went down by the creek bed to get some of the boxes out where I could get the label off. So, not a happy camper. That is so beautiful. Moral of the story is, people, don't dump your trash. That's crazy. This person claims that she paid someone to take this. I mean, it wasn't a lot. You could have fit it in the back of your vehicle. But yeah, they ended up making her come pick it up, which she did. I'm thankful. And that was our excitement. So I think I'm going to use a clamshell. I think that would be the best bet. Let's do that. I really do think that would be our best bet, guys. It would be the sturdiest option. So we're going to close this up with a clamshell. And oh goodness, now I gotta remember where I put the... I have a mess here because I kind of, you know, you guys know I haven't felt well. So cleaning has not been on my agenda. So I'm going to get a crimp bead. And I'm going to save as much of this as possible. So there's enough there to do a whole bracelet. Or another one of these. Almost another one of these. This is so cute, guys. Okay, let's shut up and get this done. But anyways, yeah, moral of the story is, you live in town. She claimed she paid someone to take away this trash, but yet she knew exactly where it was dumped. But that's okay. They came, cleaned it all up. I'm happy it was taken care of, and there was no issues. I know there were people like, oh, you should reach out to her personally. Hey, I've done that, and it has caused a he said, she said whole hissy fit and fight on Facebook, and I will not ever do that again. So we're going to make sure that this has plenty of movement so that it dangles pretty from their purse or whatever they put it on. So I'm leaving plenty of space down bottom. I might want to scoot them a little closer to that bottom bead. I think. Yeah, still give it plenty of room. But yeah, there's a lot of people doing a lot of dumping around our area, and it is getting way out of control. And the only way to stop it is to let the law start taking care of it. And of course, it ends up, you know, on record and in the paper, whether their name is listed. Usually it's not, but it's still, you know, made public that this has happened and someone got in trouble, and, you know, might make people stop and think twice. Might. Not always. It's on there snugly. We're going to clip our wires. And I have plenty of wire here to do a lot of stuff with, so I'm going to lay it aside. I am so excited. This is turning out so stinking cute. Look at that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and put it on. No, I don't have the pliers, and I think they're a waste of time, to be honest. Now let's close this up a little better here. Close this up a little better at the very end. And I might put a tiny little jump ring here because I don't want to struggle with that. Just so I don't have the struggle bus. We'll see. Get my... Let's get a pin in there. Usually that's what I do. I picked up some cute little beads to help make little girl things with. I'm going to put that in there like that. Slide my... It's kind of hard to do this when it's a mile away from my face. So I'm trying to get it a little bit closer. There we go. Follow it all the way around. Come on. Why won't it pop over? There we go. And we have that on. Now, I'm going to do maybe the same thing. I might not have to. This is a, you know, I'm only putting it over this. So, just stick my fingernail in there. Yeah, let's go ahead and spread it. Again, we're hooking it to this, not to the... This way it's not on there with the keys where the keys can break it. Whoops, almost fell off. I don't know how many of you are following the Lori Daybell trial. I know Lisa is. And whoops. It's just this woman, the audacity. I'm like, I cannot believe she yelled at the judge. Poor Judge Boreski. He's got the patience of a saint. But I think his patience with her has grown very thin. Probably should have put this on before I put my little charm part on, because this is really wide here. There we go. And it's done. This is so stinking cute. I love it. I'm going to have to make more of these. At least one more just like this. This is so cute. I am so pleased with that. So there is project 1 out of my watermelon and lemonade Laura's picks. I'm so excited. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I hope you enjoy watching me create out of my own picks, things that I love. And I think you're going to love what I do for June and August. I am already gathering up my items slowly for those. And yeah, I am completely in love with this little butterfly bag or purse charm. If you have a phone that you can click this to, it would work on your phone. I'll probably keep this one for myself and make another one. It's so cute. It is so stinking cute, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Love each and every one of you. And I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments below. Bye, everybody.